Okay, so here's something different, something a bit of a classic. I'm going to be playing Rise of Nations, as you can tell by the title of the stream. But yeah, I really don't know what to expect from this. I vaguely remember playing it as a kid. Man, it has been so long. I feel like it might be best to open with the tutorials. And probably... yeah, that's right, this is how it works. One-on-one battle. I think one of the coolest things about Rise of Nations that we sort of didn't really have at the time. Well, actually, no, we did. That's a lie. But out of the games that I had, was that, you know, because I grew up playing Age of Empires 2 predominantly, and Rise of Nations was like the alternative game that I had at the time. So I think I know there's definitely a couple of more and even older titles that like go throughout all of history. But Rise of Nations was the first game for me where that was the case, and I thought that was really awesome. So this really takes you through all the babby stuff. Alternatively, I can just jump right into it. Because I know that this campaign, the entire world campaign, is something that I used to play a fair bit of too. I think we can jump into it. They have archer units as their main unit. That's right. Oh god, this is... yeah. Oh, this is what it used to look like. This becomes a conquest against... you take out the Japanese early on. You can go to try. Hang on, is there any... no, that's just the regular options. Rules. In conquering the world, you begin with one capital territory and one army. Use the army to conquer more territories to conquer the entire world. Yeah, no kidding. You may attack an unclaimed territory or enemy territory once per turn. Captured territories give you bonuses, including tribute, rare resources, and bonus cards. Certain territories have supply centers. In addition to your starting army, you get one extra army for every supply center you control. An army can attack or support an army during a turn. The supporting army automatically sends reinforcements during a battle. Armies can also offer defensive support. If you use enough supporting armies, you can win a non-capital territory without having to fight. Okay. You must have 2 more armies than your opponent to overrun the territory. An overrun attack does not count as your attack in the turn. Ah. Supporting army automatically sends reinforcements during the scenario. Vassals and nations that have joined your empire but retain control of their strategic resources. They often know... They no longer field armies, sorry. And your armies are allowed to move through their territory. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is a, like, city strength. So what's their strength? 3? Stand a bit and look at Tower, Barracks, Temple, Set. Is that what they start with? What events have been known for events? What status? Stance, we're at peace with everyone. I thought we started with cards, but apparently we don't. Maybe there's a supply center up here if I take it for free. It's probably prudent to go up here. Settlers from faraway regions are encroaching on your lands. Lead our war party and have had to drive them out. We just gotta destroy 25 enemy units. A tiny little army. I think Rise of Nations also has units that will attack while moving, which is another thing that I remember being really cool. Hang on, do we have command groups? Yes! Good. Just killing civilians. Is there an attack move? A? Oh, these hotkeys are terrible. Does it count buildings? Don't think it does. Yeah, I think this is a waste of time to attack the building. Man, this really is nostalgic. Jesus. Be able to garrison inside if you're not careful. Unless this is just all he has. Oh. He has an actual army. Yep. It's not really reactive. Responsive, sorry. At least I don't have to worry about, like, ballistics. Might be able to make that an attack move, actually. Tell me to make this argument. Is there anyone up to it? Expanding. It means he's got another city up. Because it's, this game has, like, weird rules about, like, territorial expansion. And you can use it to attrition enemies. I know, like, the Russians are really good with, attrition damage. And the other way to sort of counter territorial expansion is to expand yourself. And there's, like, supply units or something? I need to kill a little bit more units. I don't think there's anything else on the outside. Relics. I actually don't know if these are going to carry over in any meaningful capacity, but relic. The music for this game is actually really good. Really good. Dad game? That's true. It has not gotten a pre-facelift like Adrian Post 2. Let's see if there's anything more on the perimeter. And we'll link up our armies. Yeah, I don't think there is. I know what my attack key is, that's all that matters. I might actually lose this. Yep, no, I actually will. That's crazy. Is there a way to restart? No! Quick campaign start again out of shame? Let's try again. We're no strangers to failure. At least it loads super fast. I wonder why. It might give us the same scenario. War party? Yeah. Go again. Try that again. Is our scout, actually? This time let's try not losing our scout. No. Oh, how do I remove him from that party? I'll make that into make that other one. Okay. Okay, that's weird. You can hotkey a unit to multiple different command groups. That's weird. Where did I see that villager? Well, citizen, as they're called in this game. There's another one. There's two of them. Yeah, this has turned out a little bit more. Finally. There you go. Yeah. This character gives you plus 10 tributes. What's this? Ah, yes, silk. And supply center. It's me against the Mongols. Monkage. Oh, it costs tribute to declare. Okay. Interesting. Supply train. Destroy the supply wagons to get these supplies for yourself. Wait, so I just win automatically? What? But I need a... Okay. Over scout here. Let's go. Where they are. We're gonna kill this supply wagon itself. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So where did the army just go? Hang on, it's over there. Is this where it's gonna stay? No, I'm being pranked. Moving. We just vanished. Huh? I haven't killed a single supply wagon. They must, like... Yeah, they must, like, just leave the border of the map. What? This, Yeah, what? He's just gone. Schizophrenic. Imagine an entire army. 15 seconds left and I haven't got a single kill. But that's a couple of them. Okay, we still win regardless, I guess. How did I go through... How did I go through that entire map and not find a single one? Oh, I guess my scouts must have, like, ran into them. These 0 supply wagons killed, but we still win. Sure. And the Indians have offered an alliance. I didn't even know that was possible. Korean-Indian relations? In this day and age? Sure. The Persians have offered an alliance. Well... no. It's not going to tell me what the condition is. War party again. Yippee! If only there was an option to save. Oh god, I should have done that. Maybe, you know, a classical era. Wow, it really likes using the Khmer as the, barbarian faction. What do they mean by this? It's the farms it was assigned to. small city for you. Although that doesn't count as destroying units, unfortunately. No. We did build one. And this wood camp is probably going to be like really close to. Yeah, you can see it. This is Capital Bell. He would just suicide villages here. Cool. I'm not gonna say no to that. What do we have over here? More cav. Again. $15 more units to kill. Big scream. Another city. We got anyone over here? Yeah, single individual. Oh, the attack delay is actually pretty bad. mostly archers and scams. We can probably pick that up. Yeah, that was an easy one. Cool. Audio is a bit crunchy. Logistics units heal 100% faster and are immune to attrition. Cool. Got a new follower on Twitch. Yeah. The Persians really want to give me an alliance. That's funny, but no. The British captured Germany from the Germans? Oh no. What is this? Wait, how do the British all... What? That's kind of ridiculous. I wonder. Oh yeah, the pyramids in China, naturally. Naturally. Because if, hang on, if I attack... Yeah, it does reinforce. But if I do it this way... Expecting no resistance? Huh. Hang on. Let me grab all of these. Never mind. Let's not do that. Are they just gonna run as a group? I think they are. Genghis Khan. It's the city. Oh, there it is. Unless it's just a not that, the lumber camp. I mean the tower, not the lumber camp. Yeah, the boxes to actually like coordinate. Not bad. The reload rate of these ballista are kind of terrible. Big. Some decent damage. There you go. Interesting. He's attacking me now. Okay, so this time I'm actually on the defensive and I need to use an eco. Okay. Okay. What am I looking for? Oh no, that's the villager creation cell. It's the woodcutter's camp, it's got a few more spots. What do I actually need for my... I need commerce. How do I get commerce again? Collected by markets using caravans from cities. Taxation. Oh yeah, okay. Oh no, I just had it into a militia by mistake. And again, B for builds. So what's he hitting me with? Strong versus cavalry, yeah. So. Oh, I need to research. Right. That makes sense. I just get that attack for no reason. So what are these weak to? Weak versus archers and gunpowder infantry. Okay, these aren't gunpowder infantry. Need more food. These guys are just standing around because they don't know what to do with themselves. Can we build another city yet? Yeah, but I need food. The gather rate is kind of abysmal. What else? No, that costs food though. Just putting them exposed to no reason. Yikes. Is there a way to... No. Inside. Oh, they do not auto, Yikes. No research. Oh yeah, no, the church is what gives you taxation, that's right. it's rough. Oh no, I see how that works. Okay, I'm hitting a hotkey that's like automatically assigning like if I make any villages that go to the farms. This might be it. It's my resource management is a bit shocking because I don't know what things cost. Is there any way to get more than 3? Would have to go here. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my city. Watch. It's interesting though. Could be a conquest. One drive. I might actually just go back and look at the tutorial, see what they offer.
It is 60 AD. The Romans have conquered Brighton and collect a harsh tribute. When a queen named Boadicea inherits the leadership of Brighton, the Romans are offended that they must deal with a female ruler. They march into town, flog Boadicea, and proclaim the entire kingdom theirs. Boadicea seethes for revenge, and her rebellious exploits made her a revered heroine. We must remove the Romans from the lands of Brighton. Lead Boadicea back to the city. You must select a unit before you... Well done. You can be sure you have the right unit by looking at the name.
Bubby's first,
Now we can see our next destination on the other side of some unexplored territory. Left-clicking on the map will clear all selections. To regain control... Good. We're getting closer to home. We need to find Brighton on the map. We can make our search easier by zooming out our view. Now we have a better view to search for Brighton. Brighton is above us and a little to the right. We located Brighton. Our army is waiting to be led into battle. Good work. You've successfully guided Boadicea back to her village where she has rejoined her army. Now we must find our hated foe. Excellent. You found the Roman camp. Now let's take a closer look at their defenses. Move the mouse over anything in the game to view help text. Now move your mouse over the Roman barracks. Notice the help text in the lower left. It says this: good work, General. Apparently you don't need any help to conquer the Romans. Good luck. Congratulations, you've leveled the Roman camp, but it won't be long before they return with reinforcements. We'd best be ready. The vile Romans have launched a sneak attack against Brighton. We must go to her aid.
Not Brighton.
Congratulations, you've fended off the evil Romans.
Okay. Oh, that's what they've done to, Okay. So that the scenario actually take place. That's kind of cute. Alfred the Great.
"800 years after Boadicea rebelled against the Romans, Britain is savaged by repeated Viking attacks. Alfred, King of Wessex, has been paying tribute to stave off the raiders. But in 878, the Vikings prepare for conquest. After a defeat, Alfred retreats to rebuild his forces and drive the Vikings away. Alfred suffers a stinging defeat when the Vikings attack Athandon. The Norsemen loot the town, and Alfred is driven back to his stronghold at Carlisle. Alfred must rebuild his forces and attempt to retake Athandon. The Vikings now control Athandon. Before we can rally the nation, we must retake that city. Our first goal is to scout the Viking position and find a route for our attack. We need to keep watch on the Viking preparations and defenses. A lookout is needed as close to the Vikings as possible. This is a good spot for the lookout. Close enough to see what's happening, but not. Select a location for your look. Good. Now your citizen will move to that site and begin construction. At the beginning of construction, a progress bar appears showing how long it will take to complete the building. Now we can see what's going on near the Viking position. It's time to build an army. To retake Athandon, we'll need troops, so we must build a barracks. The more citizens working on a building, the faster it will be completed. So let's order several citizens to build the barracks. When you give an order to a... Now select the Build Barracks button. Then left-click to place the barracks near the target marker.
Like, when I was growing up playing this game, one of the other things that I really like about this was like how the roads would spawn around the buildings. So let's do like city building.
Now you have a barracks where you can start mustering troops. Select your barracks. Good. With the barracks selected, a menu of units appears in the bottom left corner of the screen. For now, we're interested in the first button, Create Javelineer. Good. You have ordered the barracks to create one Javelineer unit. The progress bar in the bottom right of the screen shows how long it will take to complete the Javelineers. Notice that the Javelineer unit is made up of 3 individuals. All of your foot units consist of 3 figures. We have a barracks to train foot units. Now we need to construct a siege factory to build catapults for the attack. Select your citizens. Now select Build Military in the lower left. Then Build Siege Factory. Choose a location near your city you think will be good to place the factory. Excellent. Your citizens are now constructing a siege factory where you can build weapons that heavily damage buildings. Success. Now let's... Good. Now click the catapult. While we wait for the first catapult, we can click the catapult button again to add another Good. Now the second catapult will be built after the first one is completed. Catapult construction takes some time, so let's build some more foot units while we wait. Select your barracks. Good. To create a force large enough for the attack, we need to build 2 more Javelineers, 2 phalanxes, and 3 long bowmen at the barracks.
It's just gonna let me have all them. Okie dokie.
Now you've rallied a great English army. Let's start planning our attack to retake Athandon. We're going to need to look at Athandon again. Instead of scrolling over there, let's learn to use the mini-map to change our view around the world. Good. We can use the mini-map to quickly scout out areas before we attack. If you look at the mini-map, your troops are shown on the left in red, and the Vikings are on the right in blue. Good. We can use the mini-map to quickly scout out areas before we attack the world quickly by using the mini-map. Now let's get our army ready to attack.
Let's quickly check. That was kind of spooky. The stream's still going, so that's good.
Use the left-click drag box to select all your units near Carlisle.
So Twitch still going, YouTube still going, cool. Good.
Move your troops to attack by right-clicking near Athandon. You can also select a destination using the mini-map. You've defeated all the Viking troops. Now select your units and right-click Athandon to retake the city. You've defeated the Vikings and recaptured Athandon. Excellent work.
So these are just all army tutorials so far. Is there anything else that I got? That gives us, yeah, okay, so this is like completely new. Library research. Okay, so this actually does tell us about the eco.
Almost 500 years after Alfred defeats and absorbs the Vikings, Britain is a true united kingdom. With the death of the French King Charles, the crown of France should legally pass to the King of England. The French, understandably upset about this turn of events, dig up an obscure law that denies the English claim. The English decide to seize their holdings in France by force. The French resist. We are to attack the French city of Compiègne. Unfortunately, the French have discovered our intent and have rallied an army of arquebusiers, a new type of foot troop that uses gunpowder. Our army is well trained, but is outnumbered by the French troops. There is no way we can defeat them if we immediately attack the city. In their hasty preparations to defend Compiègne, the French have left the city of Amiens undefended. We should attack and capture Amiens immediately. We can gather resources there to build our army, then defeat the French at Compiègne. This is your army. Their numbers may be few, but they should be able to take Amiens easily. Now attack by right-clicking Amiens. Left-clicking the map will clear all selections. To regain control of your army, drag select around them, then right-click to move them. When attacking cities or other buildings, it's useful to bring along siege units like trebuchets. They specialize in damaging buildings from a distance.
Quite an impressive distance.
Good job. Amiens is now under British rule. Select the city of Amiens. While Amiens now belongs to Britain, it has to be assimilated before it is completely integrated into our nation.
Oh,
the display
yeah,
on the bottom
this.
left shows how long until Amiens is completely under our control. When you capture a city, you gain ownership of any non-military buildings near the city, but you will not be able to use them until assimilation is complete. Notice the library has changed from blue to red, indicating it is now under British control. Military buildings like the barracks and stable remain under French control, but are easier to destroy because they are stranded in your territory. The French barracks and stables are of no use to us. Have your troops destroy them. There were arquebusiers garrisoned in the French barracks.
Oh my God.
Select your units and right-click the French troops to attack. Congratulations, you defeated the French attempt to reclaim Amiens. Good, we've destroyed all the French troops and buildings around Amiens. We can focus on repairing the city and gathering resources. A few enlightened French citizens have become sympathetic to our cause and have volunteered to aid our rightful claim to the French throne. They have agreed to help us rebuild Amiens to its former glory.
But this British
Good.
propaganda.
While the citizens are repairing Amiens, let's discuss how we can gather resources to build more troops and buildings. Our resources are displayed in the upper left part of the screen. From top to bottom, they are food, timber, metal, wealth, and knowledge. The number on the left shows how much of a resource you have. You have approximately 300 food, The number on the right shows our income level of each resource. Right now, we have very little food income. To get food, we must direct our citizens to build farms. Select one of your citizens and have them build a farm. All of your citizens are busy. Place the farm near your city. When the farm is complete, we get a permanent increase to our food income as long as the citizen works on the farm. Look again at the upper left and you'll see that our food income has risen from +10 to +20. Now let's increase our timber income. Timber comes from the woodcutters camp, also built by citizens. Select an idle citizen and build a woodcutters camp. Woodcutters camps are placed near forests. They can be placed anywhere within your national borders. Trees will highlight as you place your camp. The more highlighted trees, the more timber your camp will produce. Place your woodcutters camp now. We completed our woodcutters camp, and now our timber income has gone from +70 to +80. Unlike the farm, the woodcutters camp can have a number of citizens assigned to work on it. Select your woodcutters camp. We are now gathering more timber. However, the resource readout for timber is flashing yellow. This means that some of the timber we are gathering is going to waste. This is because we are currently at our commerce cap, which represents the rate at which our nation can deal with incoming resources. We must research commerce technology at the library to increase our commerce cap. In the lower left corner, the library shows you all technology research currently available. The red track represents military technology. The blue track represents civics technology. The green, commerce, and the yellow, science. Let's research the first green, commerce technology, barter, to increase our commerce cap. Good. Your commerce cap has been raised and your timber income is increased. Now let's learn about metal. We can start gathering metal by using a citizen to construct a mine. Find an idle citizen and have them start building a mine near the mountain. You need to use one of your citizens working on another task to start building the mine. Try grabbing a citizen from the woodcutters camp and direct that citizen to build a mine. Mines can be built next to mountains or cliffs. Like the woodcutters camp, mines don't need to be near a city, but they do have to be within your national borders. Place your mine next to the mountain that is to the right of Amiens.
Because as we know, precious metals all come from mountains.
Well done. Each mountain can support one mine. The bigger the mountain, the more citizens can work at that mine. Let's train more citizens at our city and have them start gathering resources. Now let's build more citizens who can gather more resources or construct new buildings. To create 2 more citizens, select your city, then click the Create. Now notice in the top right corner of the screen that your population indicator is blinking red. The blinking indicates you have reached your current population limit, meaning that your nation cannot support any more citizens or troops. You may increase your population limit through research in the library. Select your library and click on the red military tech, the Art of War, to upgrade. By researching the art of war, your nation will be able to produce more military and civilian units. Now that you have completed researching the art of war, your population cap is increased. You are able to build a larger army. You now have more citizens to gather additional resources. Since you have plenty of timber income, assign your citizens to work at the mine to gather more metal or build. Good. Feel free to build more citizens and assign them to gather more resources. We've started gathering resources. It's time to build up our army to attack Compiègne. The French still have a sizable army of gunpowder troops guarding the city. To defeat them, we'll need to exploit their dependence on their new weaponry. The French have been training only arquebusiers to defend Compiègne, so they lack a diverse set of units to defend against any kind of attack. Heavy cavalry have a decided advantage against gunpowder troops. We could build a large number of knights and press the advantage. Watch out for enemy pikemen who would make quick work of our knights. Let's build 6 knights at the stables to prepare for the attack. To support the knights, we need to build 5 king's longbowmen at the barracks. King's longbowmen are unique units for the British and are extremely effective against heavy infantry like pikemen. We also need another trebuchet to assist in attacking Campaign. Rally points have been set for your barracks, stable, and siege factory, so your newly created troops will gather just below Amiens to prepare for battle.
The knight's actually train really fast. What's up with that? Taxation-based percentage of world territory. Was it? Yeah, currently there's no taxation. There's good city hit points. Combat range. Oh, that's kind of important. How do I not know that? Okay, interesting.
Well done. We've built an army large enough to battle the French. It's often useful to organize your troops by selecting all of a certain type of unit. You can do this by double-clicking the type of unit you want to select. Good job. Using this selection method enables you to give commands to all your knights. This is very useful in combat. Good. Now select all your trebuchets. Excellent. Remember this ability. It can prove to be decisive in battle. We're now ready to attack. Select all your military units and move them near Campaign. When they get near the city, direct your trebuchets to attack Campaign and have your knights and archers attack the arquebusiers.
Oui, so that's
The French have realized their mistake and are marching in a force of elite pikemen to defeat our knights. Our knights are vulnerable to these units and will be routed if we are not careful. Select all your knights by double-clicking them and move them back to Amiens. Once your knights are away, select all your longbowmen and have them attack the pikemen. Our unique units should make quick work of the pikemen. The French army has been routed. Now that the French army is defeated, have your troops attack Campaign. Campaign has been reduced. Now you need to direct your foot units to capture the city. You have taken Campaign and defeated the French army. This is a tremendous victory for England. I have a sense that you will do great things.
City construction, national borders, knowledge and wealth.
In 1509, following a century of turmoil, England has stabilized under the rule of the legendary King Henry VIII. During his 38-year reign, he will marry 6 times, break with the Catholic Church, and fight several wars. Early in Henry's reign, the King of Scotland invades England. To secure his throne, Henry must master the rapidly changing nature of warfare while effectively running his country. The Scottish, led by King James IV, have invaded northern England and captured a number of strongholds. The English army is marching north to face them, but for the time being, English citizens must fend for themselves. must defend against the Scottish raids and prevent Winchester from falling under the rule of King James. Protect your citizens or they'll be killed by the Scottish. You don't have any military units nearby and don't have time to train any, so we'll have to sound the alarm, which will bring our citizens to safety within the city. Now, good job. Citizens near the city will run to the nearest city, fort, or tower for safety. The citizens in hiding will fire arrows at their attackers. The Scots have had enough and are retreating. I think we're safe for a while, so we can send our citizens back to work. Select your city again. Good job. Now your citizens will return to where they worked before you sounded the alarm. The king knows of our situation, and we've been assured that reinforcements are coming. We must continue gathering resources while we wait for protection to arrive. We need to replace the woodcutters' camp that was destroyed in the raid. On the right side of our nation, there is a large forest far from Scottish eyes. Unfortunately, we can't establish a woodcutters' camp there because the forest is beyond our national borders, which is indicated by the red line. A nation cannot build outside its borders, so we will need to extend our borders. One of the best ways to increase your territory is by building new cities. Let's try to build one near the woods. Select one of your citizens. Select the Buildings button. You can see that the Build City option is grayed out. Some buildings require certain technologies before they can be built. If you move the mouse over the Build City button and read the help text, it states that building a city requires researching civics at the library. So let's go to the library and research civics. Excellent work. With each blue civics technology you research, you can add an additional city to your nation. Now build a city near the forest on the right side of your nation. Your city is complete, and your national borders have been extended. Now most of the forest is within our territory, and we can build a woodcutters' camp. Build a woodcutters' camp near the forest. Try to find a spot where 8 or 9 citizens can work.
That'll do the trick.
Our reinforcements have just arrived. We are saved from the Scots. The general claims there is no mistake. This is the entire reinforcement. These Javelineers and a few light cavalry are all the English command could spare to send us. These outdated units won't be much good against the Scottish hordes. We'll need to advance our nation to the gunpowder age, or our forces will be crushed by the Scottish army. We need to start gathering knowledge to advance to the gunpowder age. Knowledge is gathered by building universities and filling them up with scholars. So first, select a citizen and build a university.
I'm actually occupied. I think it is.
Universities generate some knowledge on their own, but need scholars to be fully effective. Select your university. We have just enough wealth to fill up the university with scholars. Build 7 scholars at the university. When a scholar is complete, they appear within the university. Each scholar in a university adds to your knowledge gathering rate. We filled our university to capacity, and we will gather enough knowledge soon to advance to the gunpowder age. However, we spent all our wealth on scholars. We need to start gathering more wealth to refill our coffers. You gain wealth by establishing trade routes with caravans between your cities. To build caravans, we need to first build a market. Build a market. Good. Now select your market. You can build caravans and merchants at the market. We want to create a caravan. When caravans are created, they're idle for a moment. They then find an available open route between cities and start to establish a trade route. With sufficient commerce research, a trade route can be established between any 2 cities. We currently have 2 cities, Thus, we only need one caravan to generate wealth from the trade route. If you want to generate more wealth, build more cities and caravans to travel between them. While we're waiting for the caravan to generate more wealth for us, we can start looking at other rare resources on the map. Besides the common resources of food, timber, metal, wealth, and knowledge, there are rare resources that we can also control. This is spice, a rare resource. Move your mouse over the spice for help text about the effect spice has on your nation. The help text says that we get a bonus for caravan income. This will help us generate even more wealth. We need to build a merchant to take advantage of the spice. Units can automatically travel across water if you have a dock and 2 commerce technologies researched at your library. We have the needed requirements, so your merchant will pack itself into a boat and move across the water.
Nice little animation.
Your merchant has set up shop and is now gathering spice for your nation. You have established wealth income by making a trade route between cities and received a bonus by sending a merchant to gather the rare resource spice. Good job. While we've been setting up our trade routes to gather wealth, our scholars have generated enough knowledge to upgrade to the gunpowder age. To advance in age, we need to do research at the library. Select your library. The top row of buttons in the library. Congratulations! Our nation has advanced from the medieval age to the gunpowder age. Among other advantages, advancing in age allows your units to be upgraded. Also notice that your buildings have changed their appearance to reflect your nation's new status. Select your barracks. The top row of units are ones currently available. Below each unit is its upgrade. Below the elite javelineer is its upgrade, arquebusier. Now let's upgrade our javelineers to modern units before King James attacks. Select the arquebusier upgrade to start researching this new unit type. Note that all of your javelineers are now arquebusiers. Whenever you research a unit upgrade, all of your old units will automatically upgrade to the new type. Our spies report preparations in Leicester to the north. I think King James has grown restless and is ready for battle. Move your entire military near your city of Winchester to prepare for the attack. Remember to sound your alarm when the Scottish attack, so your citizens will run to safety and fire guns at the attackers. The Scottish have arrived for the attack. Fight bravely for English honor, and do not let Winchester fall to the Scots.
Yeah, no, I remember why I thought this game was cool. Pledge.
Congratulations, we have defeated the Scottish attack and survived against all odds.
Yippee! Oh, wait, but it doesn't actually go into... Okay. It must be in Battle of Britain that actually tells you about attrition, maybe? If they just have nothing for attrition.
The First World War has left Europe decimated and bankrupt. In Germany, domestic upheavals trigger the rise of extreme nationalism, and the German war machine is rebuilt. When it becomes clear that Germany cannot be thwarted by diplomacy, a reluctant Britain declares war along with its ally, France. For the second time in a quarter century, a world war erupts, one that is destined to be more terrible than the first.
I keep clicking the wrong thing.
After years of giving in to German demands, it is clear to England that their policy of appeasement has failed. Germany has invaded Poland and declared war on the free world.
This looks so wrong. Like, knowing that this is meant to be Germany, and it's like, oh, look at this specific kind of
while the free countries of Europe are conquered. We must declare war on the Germans and establish an alliance with the French. Click the diplomacy button in the bottom right.
Oh, I had no idea that Poland bordered. This is cursed. Sorry, I got a diplomacy.
This is the diplomacy window. Each of our neighboring nations has a stance icon that represents our relationship with them. We are at peace with all our neighbors, as shown by the dove icon.
It actually costs wealth to declare war.
Next to Germany to declare war on that nation. Now we have declared war on the Germans, and the icon is changed from a dove to a sword to represent that. We need to set up an alliance with France. You have closed the diplomacy window, but we are not done negotiating yet. Reopen the diplomacy window and resume negotiations. Select Premier Paul Renault. We want to form an alliance with France. Click on the Ally checkbox. After you have set the options you want, you can propose the offer to the other party. Click the Propose button to propose the alliance to France. The French have indicated they need food in return for an alliance. In the top left corner of the window is the interface to offer and demand resources during a negotiation. The buttons on the left will demand 100 resources. The buttons on the right will offer 100 resources. Click 5 times on the Food Offer button to give the French. Press the Propose button again to submit the new. We have successfully negotiated an alliance with the French. Now we must put our agreement into action. Close the diplomacy window. Now we have an alliance with the French. Among other advantages, alliances allow their members to share line of sight. Members of an alliance can move into each other's territory without penalty and can set trade routes between our cities. The German attack on Paris is imminent. The French desperately need our help, so we will send reinforcements. Our troops are in place near Dover for the fight. To increase the effectiveness of our units, we should have a general nearby. Generals are created in fortifications, like the redoubt. Create a general at your redoubt. Generals have a number of special abilities that are useful in combat. They also automatically enhance the fighting ability of nearby units. We are to move our forces across the English Channel and rendezvous with a French armored car near the coast. Select all of your military. You have selected some, but not all of your military. Remember to select your entire fighting force and your general. Now right-click the flag near the French armored car to have your units move across the English Channel. Your army has moved to the rendezvous point. We need to get into position for the German attack. The French force is gathered on the primary road to Paris in an effort to hold back the main assault. The French have requested that we position the English forces to guard Calais on the northern coast. We need to position our troops to defend Calais. Move them to the flag below the city.
Aye, aye. Follow that armored car. This abilities as well.
We are now in position to defend Calais. We can use one of the general's special abilities to help our troops fight even better. The general has a number of abilities that he can use. Each of these abilities affect ground units nearby. Select the general's entrench ability. It takes some time for the general to entrench nearby units. Look at the bottom right of the screen. You'll see the progress. Generals use craft to perform their special abilities. The amount of craft is displayed by the blue bar near the general's health bar and in the bottom right corner of the screen. The troops around your general are now entrenched. As long as they don't move, they take less damage in battle. Giving them a move order cancels the entrenchments. The Germans have arrived. The French were not prepared to deal with the German tanks, and their army is getting torn apart. Now the Germans have sent a force to capture Calais.
Not looking good.
well fought. We fared better than the French because we were entrenched and had anti-tank weaponry to fend off the German panzers. Although we have beaten off the first German attack, the French have been routed and Paris will soon fall. We must save our army and return to England. We need to quickly retreat to the coast and cross the channel back to England. The general has an ability that can help speed our retreat. Select the Forced March ability. Now right-click near Dunkirk. The general's Forced March ability increases the speed of nearby units.
We gotta go.
We've made it safely to the coast, but the Germans are sending their forces to destroy us before our escape. Select your entire army and move them back to Dover.
It's a good thing the Germans don't have naval technology.
The British forces have been saved by cunning and bravery, but our time for bravery has not yet ended. The battle for France has been lost, and the battle for Britain is about to begin. This will be a battle of air power. Germany must be stopped here. The Germans will need to destroy our fortifications along the coast before they can move their ground forces across the channel to attack. To do this, they'll need to establish air superiority over southern England and wipe out our installations with bombers. Our course of action is clear. We need to build air bases and fighter planes to defend against the impending German air attack. To build air bases and airplanes, we will need to start accumulating oil. Oil can be found beginning in the industrial age. To start gathering oil, we need to build oil wells over these oil deposits. Have your citizens build an oil well over each of the 3 oil deposits.
You get a refinery as well.
Each well supplies oil, but we can generate even more by constructing an enhancement building, the oil refinery.
It's almost like I
Food,
know how to
timber,
play
and
this
metal
thing.
resources each have an enhancement building that increases the production of that resource. Build enhancement buildings when you want to improve your production rate. Build an oil refinery near London to increase our oil production.
Near London? Okay. Schmelting.
Good. Now notice that our oil production has substantially increased. We now have enough oil production to start creating air bases and airplanes. The Germans will most likely attack our fortifications near Dover, so we need to set up our air bases so they can easily protect this area. Have your citizens build 2 air bases near Dover.
Anyone? Oh, yeah, there's citizens over here. This song is a classic. Probably gonna need
Now
missile.
that we have some air bases, we can create fighters and bombers. Select one of your air bases. 2 kinds of airplanes can be created at an air base: fighters and bombers. Bombers are effective against buildings. Fighters are best at destroying other air units and ground troops. Since the Germans will send bombers to attack our cities and airfields, we need to create fighters for defense. Build 1 fighter at this air base. When created, airplanes remain in the air base until you send them on a mission. The fighter you have created is shown in the bottom right corner and is ready to go. Select the fighter on the right side of the screen. The bottom left panel shows the actions available to the fighter. Select the air. Left-click near the flag and right-clicking clears the selection. Select air mission again and left-click the target to watch your fighter as it flies off to patrol the area. Patrolling fighters will fly between their airbase and patrolling point and attack any unit that comes into range. Airplanes have a limited amount of fuel, shown by the blue bar over the fighter's health. When an aircraft's fuel is depleted, they will fly directly back to their home airbase to refuel. After your fighter lands, it will take some time to rearm and refuel from the journey. Then it will head out to patrol again. Some fighter planes from northern England have arrived to help us in our battle against the Germans. These reinforcements will help, but we still need more defenders. Fill both air bases with 10 fighters. British Royal Air Force is ready for action. All your fighters should patrol near the coast of Dover so we can defend against the German air attack. Select all your fighters in each airbase and give them an air mission to patrol near... Excellent. We are now ready for the German attack.
We're just waiting. It's just a swarm.
The Germans are here. It's up to our Air Force now.
No, they're gonna refuel. That's really bad timing. Yeah, the AI is doing it all.
The German air invasion has been stopped. England has been saved. Now we can start a bombing campaign of our own. We need to destroy the German air bases along the coast of France so that Germany won't be able to send any more attacks our way. Build another air base near Dover.
Put one a bit far out.
Now create 10 Lancaster bombers to prepare for the attack. Good. Now select your Lancaster bomb. One quick way to assign airplanes to perform an air mission is by right-clicking a target. When you select Air Mission and designate a unit or building, planes will fly directly to the target and attack.
He's only got ancient era observation posts.
Excellent work. We have defeated the Germans in the Battle of Britain. The liberation of Europe will be difficult, but I'm sure we will prevail.
Yeah, Berlin is Berlin is east of Warsaw, if you hadn't known. Cool. I don't think the tutorials actually help you that much. Like, I mean, they kind of do, but it doesn't tell you anything about, like, what the temple's meant to do. It doesn't tell you anything about attrition. That's okay, then. Hints and suggestions during play. Maybe that's what I can do next time. No, it's cool to play this again. I have to play it in windowed mode because, yeah, this is like Shogun 2. It's not a game that's meant to be played in 4K. So, playing it in a boarded version, just so the UI is a little bit more readable for me. Yeah, no, I'll end it here. Nice and short little stream, rather than the usual, like, what? The last couple of streams have been about 6-8 hours long each. We'll end this one a little bit early because I will be back on later. So, that's my excuse at least. Yeah, no, I'll come back. We might play the Conquer the World campaign again. Or we might just do a quick match solo game. Because I'm starting to remember, like, little bits. Like, hang on. If we go here, The only thing that I don't like is that it doesn't actually tell you, like, okay, so you get like your little like a little bit of info on what your civ bonuses are, but it doesn't tell you anything about unique units. So one of the cool things about unique units in this game is that you get multiple per age. Is there no... There's Turks, Spanish, Russians, Romans, Persians, Nubians, Mongols, Maya, Khota, Koreans, Japanese, Iroquois, Indians, Inca, Greek, German, French. Oh yeah, so there is no like Scandinavian one. But there's Dutch people. There is no Polish either. There's Russians. It's not a crazy mix, actually, if you think about it. Didn't we see the Khmer before? Okay, we don't have an option for them. I just thought there was more. No, well. It's still pretty neat. So yeah, that'll be it for this little blast from the past. And then I'll be back on later in a couple of hours with more Age of Empires 2. Alrighty, I'll end it here. See ya.